It is Monday, March the 4th, and it's the Geek Out Freak Out podcast. With me, as always, is Matt Salgado, Mateo83 on the Twitter. How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine. How about yourself, sir?
I'm okay, man. I'm good. It's been a weird week, but I'm good.
Yeah. What was so weird about it?
Oh, dude, it is just...
We have to go into it. If you say it's weird, then we have to get some sort of little bit of details.
Dude, just kids getting sick, and it's just been a long week. Let's just put it that way. It's been a rough week, and I'm happy it's over. I'm actually off work tomorrow, so it makes it even better.
Oh, that's good.
So
that's great.
I'm on a 4-day weekend. Like a 3.5 day weekend, because I worked like half a day Friday. So it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm exhausted. I did a lot of work this weekend. We had some stuff to prepare for tomorrow, and so I had to get this house ready in order to do these things. So it's been a fun weekend, man. How have you been?
Oh, it's been just another week in paradise, and
living the dream.
Living the dream.
So
but no, it's been all right.
My wife had to write a paper for one of her college classes about sarcasm. And she titled it "Sarcasm in the Workplace." # or like in quotations, "Living the dream."
Living the dream.
Yeah, I was like, that is so good, because she had she based a lot of it on a technician that used to work for her, and like every time that you would talk to this guy, like you could never get a read on him because he's always like, "Oh man, I'm living the dream," and they're like, "Are you having a shitty day or?" Like, what's going on? Like, his demeanor was always the same. So, and he always used sarcasm.
You can never tell. Yeah.
So you can never tell, like, what this guy was going through, and you could never read him. And I laughed so hard that's what she named her, what she titled her paper. I was like, you know what? That's so appropriate.
Well, there's the best kind of experience is personal experience. So it probably made that paper a lot easier for her to write.
Yes, faux show. So we've got a little bit of a project that we were working on this week, and this may not take up our whole show. It depends on how it goes. We can talk about what we've got into first or after, whatever you decide, Matt. Mm-hmm. But we're doing an Avengers Draft this week. We're each going to draft 10 people to fill out our roster of the Avengers. Is this Are we doing East Coast Avengers and West Coast Avengers?
Sure, I guess.
There was West Coast Avengers.
I live on the north side. But I live on the north side of town, and you live on the south side of town. Yeah, and there was no way I was driving over there as cold as it is today.
So it's dropped down into the 20s, and it's freezing rain. And both highways outside of town today have been shut down.
I had no idea.
Within the last couple hours. So the southbound highway out of town, Highway 285 southbound, was shut down for a possible plane crash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
A plane radioed in, and were worried that they were going to crash in the fog and icy rain. And they sent state police to shut down the highway in case it did crash on the highway, and they made it safely. And then on the northbound of the same highway, there was 2 rollovers on black ice, so they 20 minutes ago dispatched state police to go shut down that highway as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's sleeting. Like, it is slick outside.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I went and I had dinner earlier. I went and picked up dinner earlier, and my windshield was already frozen over, and this was like at maybe 5:45.
Super quick, too.
So, yeah, it happened really fast. So, not fun. Not fun at all.
Oh, Matt. Okay. So we were looking through our Avengers and a list of like former Avengers, and Matt pointed out that there was a character listed on this list that we pulled up named Demolition Man. And of course, it caught both of our attentions because we both love Demolition Man,
Oh, yeah.
But you pointed out in the graphic for this character, he's a professional wrestler. He's in a wrestling ring fighting. So listen to the bio for this character, because I clicked on it just because I saw that he was a wrestler. A former professional wrestler, Demolition Man had a dubious and difficult career as a costumed adventurer. Although he began as one of Captain America's closest allies during a difficult time for the patriotic hero, much of his life following that has proven hard. Recently, he has started working as Sam Wilson's pilot and field backup. So he's a backup to Sam Wilson, and he's his personal pilot.
Oh, interesting.
He appeared in 229 issues of Avengers, and he was a former professional wrestler. I just thought that was funny because both of us were like, "Oh man, he's a wrestler," and we picked up on that because we're marks.
We're wrestling nerds.
So we can go through this first, and then we've got some time afterwards. We can kind of talk about what we've got into this week.
Definitely.
So I'm going to defer first pick of this to you, sir.
Ooh, to me,
Yeah.
I get first pick.
I'm going to be, or do you want to flip a coin?
We got a virtual coin we're gonna pick.
I got a bottle cap.
You got a bottle
Yeah, I
cap.
can flip a bottle cap.
You're deferring, so I'm gonna pick heads.
Heads? Okay.
Yeah, and we're going on the truth.
Heads it
the
is.
Honest. Okay,
Yep.
cool. So I'm going first. All right. I put a lot of thought into this. And my first pick is gonna be Captain Marvel.
Motherfucker. Oh, that was gonna be my first pick too. Oh.
Oh, we were both going for Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
on the
I
first
mean,
one.
as powerful as Carol Danvers is, why would we not?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a big fan of Captain Marvel. I think she's a great character. I'm really excited for this movie. I may be on a bit of a Captain Marvel high, waiting for this movie to come out.
I just bought 2 Captain Marvel pop vinyls.
Oh, nice, excellent.
I went on
you
a
get
bit
the
of a
one with
run.
the regular head.
Yeah, I got the regular
Yeah.
head one, and they're both glow in the dark. Her hair and her eyes glow in the dark. And then I
Yeah.
got the one where it's on a clear pedestal, so it shows her like floating, and she's got the mask and the mohawk and in her eyes glow in the dark on that one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that is really cool.
I think it's a GameStop exclusive, but they have one of her in the Kree uniform with the mohawk.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I've seen the GameStop exclusive one.
That one I think I want more than the one that I have. I think it's cool that it's the Kree outfit and she's in the mask.
Definitely.
Oh, you're a son of a biscuit, man.
I'm a biscuit.
You're a
I'm
biscuit,
son of a
yeah.
biscuit.
Son of a bitch.
That's cool. All right, so who's your number one?
Man,
And we can't pick the same one, so that's why
Yeah.
Jeremy's so upset.
Yeah, I am upset. I'm gonna go Tony Stark. I'm going Iron Man number one.
Oh, cool. So Iron Man. Jeremy's got Iron Man. I'm actually writing these down.
So am I.
And so what we're gonna do? We're gonna post the list as soon as we're done.
Yeah,
with the show.
I think what I'll do is
Or
I'll
once the
put
show is
together
posted.
a collage or like a graphic for each one of us of pictures of who we have on our team.
Oh, nice. I like that idea. Yeah. And
then
then
we
people
post them
can
to our
vote.
Instagram. And
Our listeners can vote to see who has the better team.
For show. I like that idea.
Yes. All right. So coming up on me, my second draft pick. You got Iron Man because it's old school Tony Stark, and you love Iron Man.
Yeah, I dig Iron Man.
Right?
I think Iron Man's super powerful, and he's always been kind of the staple of the Avengers. There's 2 or 3 guys on the team, or people on the team, that you always think of when you think of Avengers. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I had him as my number 2. You got my number 1, so might as well default and go straight to my number 2 there.
All right. So I'm going with my second pick, and I'm gotta go with my heavy. I'm going with Thor.
Ah, good pick, man. Good pick.
You need the strong arm. You got the leader of the team, and now I have the guy who's just gonna break everything.
Yep. I mean, why not?
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to have a god on your team. That's who's gonna beat Thor.
Ah, you're killing me a little bit here, man. You got 2 that I
Was
really... I should have gone Thor right away, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm going to go Captain America for my number 2.
Oh, nice. You're kind of keeping an OG, man.
I am. I mean, there's a couple that like I feel like I can't stray away from, you know?
Yeah.
If they're on the board, like I feel like I have to take them.
I almost was like, I could pick Captain America, but I already got Captain Marvel. Can't have
You don't
many
want 2
captains on the
captains?
team. You don't want
Oh,
two
Captain, my
captains on
captain?
the team. Oh, Captain, my captain.
That would be the name of your team.
I like that. That's a good team name. So, all right, going to pick number 3. So let's see who I could probably. I'm going through our list here of who we can pick from, and we're picking from a list of
You can pick
previous
outside of this
Avengers.
list too. If there's X-Men or
And,
anybody that are available, you can pick outside of this list. This was just an easy reference.
Yeah, but
from us.
I kind of want to keep it like good guys, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
So I don't want to like.
don't go Norman Osborn. I know he was a leader of the Avengers at some point.
Yeah, I don't.
Or you can
Let's
go
not do that.
Thunderbolt Ross if you want.
Ugh, how about I go with the
Hulk.
Black Panther?
You're going the Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Wakanda forever for
Yep.
Matt.
Wakanda forever. That's right. Yeah, Black Panther with my number 3 pick.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good pick, sir. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
What made you go for Black Panther on that one?
He's cool, and he has all the tech that Tony Stark has, only better.
Only better? I mean, you're not wrong. For my number 3, I'm going with Wolverine.
Oh, awesome! That's okay. You've officially you've gotten me a little upset.
Yeah, is that one you were after?
Yeah.
Should have taken.
Yeah, I figured Wolverine would have been good, but like I try to think as to what he brings to the team. Intelligence-wise, not too much.
Yeah, but I've already got Iron Man and Cap. So I've got a leadership role in Cap, and I've got my Smart Man in Iron Man.
Yeah.
So now I've got to go for a Brute. So
there you go. Yeah, Brute. So there you go. So we kind of have the same mindset here. We're just going about it a little bit differently. So coming up onto our 4th picks, it's going to get interesting from here. There's still a lot of great people left to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go... Every team needs I think... a bit of a smartass on their team. So I'm going to go with Spider-Man.
Ah, dick. Okay.
Yeah. And and it's Peter Parker Spider-Man to clarify. Yeah, so there's a bunch of spider peoples in the universe that we could choose from, and I'm going with Peter Parker OG.
So, you went with Spider-Man. I wanted Spider-Man for my next. You got him.
Oh, and thanks to you, I did get to watch Into the Spider-Verse yesterday, and I absolutely loved it.
Hold on to that. We'll talk a little bit about that when we're done.
Yeah, awesome.
So speaking of Into the Spider-Verse, and speaking of Spider-Man, I'm going to go with somebody. He's got Spider-Man powers. He can swing. He can climb walls. He can also turn invisible, and he's got his electricity powers.
Hang on. Peter Porker.
Yes, Peter Porker. I'm going with Spider-Man Noir, man. I mean, I love Nick Cage. No, I'm going with Miles Morales.
Miles Morales, yeah. Cool, so we both got Spider-Man.
I think
at our number 4 picks.
I kind of wanted Peter, and I mean, Peter's iconic, right? But when you really look at powers and I really feel like Miles kind of outweighs Peter in a way.
Yeah.
Like, Peter's got his intelligence, he's got his experience and everything, but Miles, he's got so much more on top of just the spider powers that he brings to the table.
I agree. Yeah, I think Miles Morales is a great pick. I totally dig him.
What you got
next? Number 5, I'm going with Doctor Strange.
Nice.
Yeah. He's all into, we got to think about people that can look into the future, work across many dimensions. I think Doctor Strange is my guy.
Your guy, huh?
My guy, number 5.
Now I got to kind of look. Now it's going to take a little bit. I don't have one ready. No, you know what? I'm going with Scarlet Witch.
Oh, nice one. Scarlet Witch for Mr. German.
She's super powerful. And I don't have a female on the team yet, so.
Oh, you didn't? No.
Not yet, because you took one I wanted.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You should be.
I'm sorry I've upset you. So we're going with the 6th pick. And, I think a husband and a wife being on the team is a good thing. So I'm going to go with Storm from the X-Men.
Nice. Good.
And you may be asking yourself who is her husband? Well, I think in some of the comics, I don't know if in all the universes, but her Black Panther we're
getting it on.
We're a bit of an item. Getting it on.
Getting it on. Woo-wee.
Ooh-wee. That's
right.
Storm. And specifically Storm with the Mohawk. So there we go.
Okay. Now that you're getting specific with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see who I got here. I think...
And I don't think she was actually a member of the Avengers at any point, so this may be...
I think she was. She's on this list.
Oh, okay, then she was. Yeah. She definitely was then. Gotcha.
I am going to go with... You know what? I need somebody who, when we send people out on missions, who isn't afraid to get their hands dirty. I'm going with Black Widow.
Oh, nice. I like that pick. I thought you were going with somebody else, but now that you didn't, I will pick them.
Who you got?
Well, my 7th pick in the Avengers Draft, I have picked Bucky Barnes.
Nice. Bucky
Winter
before pre-Winter Soldier, right?
Oh God, yes.
All right, same kind of philosophy. I need a heavy, someone who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty again. Someone who could maybe complement, so you can send them out in a team. Someone I'm a
You can
fan
never have
of.
too many of those.
And I believe they're just, I don't know if they're just recently becoming an Avenger or if they were an Avenger before, but I'm going with the Punisher.
Oh, nice. I like that pick for you. The Punisher.
Frank Castle isn't afraid of shit.
But Frank Castle doesn't work well with others. So, is he going to work well with this team?
I think he can. It's for the greater good, sir.
Okay. I don't know if that's a big deal for Punisher. I think it's just all about.
I think pairing him and Black Widow together, like if we had to send him out on a mission, him and Black Widow paired together would be pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? I totally agree. I'm not gonna argue with you.
We only got 3 picks left.
We got 3 picks left, 8, 9, and 10. We still got a lot of good people.
Are you getting the 2-gun kid, Howard the Duck?
Oh my gosh! Aren't you picking him? I thought you were picking. I thought that was your first pick of the night.
I was full of shit. I lied.
I know that's all you talked about last week was how you were going to pick Howard the Duck, and you did not do it. Jeremy, you have disappointed me. You know what? We need somebody to rule the waters. We got Storm.
Are you picking Namor?
I am picking Namor. That is right. You got to have somebody that talks to like fish, man. You have the whole ocean on your side. Who's going to stop you? Namor. I got Namor at number 8.
All right, so there's a big heavy that we've both neglected, and I'm going to pick him right now. I'm going with Bruce Banner. I'm going with the Hulk. Not Amadeus Cho,
nice.
but Bruce Banner.
Okay, I'm all right with that. I got my heavy. I mean, I'm happy with Thor. Thor's just as strong as the Hulk, if not stronger.
Yeah, but I've got Hulk and Wolverine who tore everything apart fighting each other. Fuck, maybe that's a mistake. They might fight each other on this team.
Yeah, maybe, but you already made that pick, so you can't go back.
Under good leadership,
sorry.
They're under good leadership, so I don't think that'll happen.
I'm all right with that. You get to pass on that one.
All right.
So, I want my 9th pick. I got to go with Ant-Man.
Scott Lang or Hank Pym?
I'm going with Scott Lang. Newer Ant-Man.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. You got to have somebody that can go really small.
Yeah.
Almost undetectable. You got to get that guy that can sneak in. So he's very good. You got to have almost like your bank robber, you know what I mean? Like
I get you. Kind of, again, someone who doesn't mind doing dirty jobs. Going outside of the law if they need to, essentially.
Exactly.
Okay, so I had one ahead of me. I'm going to scroll back up and see if I'm going to pick this one. You know what? You got Bucky. I'm going to go with the other Captain America. I'm going Falcon.
Falcon, nice. I like that pick. I'm very happy for you.
I'm happy for you too, sir.
All right, man. Well, we burned through this draft pretty fast. I thought it was going to take up the whole show.
So it's good. We got some time to talk about who we've got or what we had in our week. Because we're only, 20 minutes in?
Yeah, we're only 20 minutes
This went a lot quicker than I thought. You want to add more to our draft?
No, this is going to be enough.
Add another 5 picks.
Ugh.
Let's go to 12.
No. There's a guy named 3, man. He sounds very lame. Okay, we'll do 12. Yeah, let's do 12. We'll do 12. So
that'll give us room to breathe and pick some obscure characters.
Yeah, there we go. I'm down with that.
May not necessarily be obscure, but
let's go.
We should use the last 2 to pick for the other person. Or the very last one. Or something.
The very last one? I'm down with that. Let's do that. We'll do the last one. The last one we'll pick somebody else for their team.
All right.
So, all right. So it's my pick at number 10. And honestly, I forgot who I had queued up. Shoot. You know what? I feel like you have to have at least one human on your team. So I'm going to go with Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Going with Hawkeye with my 10th pick.
You have Scott Lang. He's a human.
Yeah, but he's able to shrink.
But it's the suit. It's not him.
Okay. But he always has a suit on. When does he not have the suit?
Good point.
Yeah. He's literally that suit is glued to his body, so I'm going with Hawkeye, yeah.
Hot guy, you said, huh?
Hawkeye, yeah.
So for my number 10, Howard the Duck. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going with Howard the Duck. Is that who you're going to pick for me?
No, 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 no.
Don't lie.
I'm gonna leave Howard the Duck on the bench.
You know what? There's a name that's standing out to me. I'm scrolling through these, and I know there's other names I could pick, but this name is standing out to me a bit. I'm going to pick Luke Cage.
Nice. Luke Cage is your 10th pick.
Yeah, I think just more muscle. And again, like I feel like he's someone who would bend the rules a little if we needed to.
I dig it.
And who's your 11th pick, sir?
My 11th pick, I got to go with Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah. I'd be remiss if I didn't have at least one member of the Guardians on my team.
All right, for my 11th pick, I'm going to go with somebody that I always enjoyed reading comic books of growing up, and I always thought this dude, like, it's fitting that I took Iron Man at number 1, and I'm taking him at my last pick that I'm making myself at number 11. I'm going with War Machine.
Nice.
I always loved War Machine. Like, as much as I loved Iron Man, I think it's just the look of War Machine with all the guns and everything on his back. I always thought War Machine was so cool.
Yeah.
So War Machine is going to be my number 11. So I'm going to let you, to keep the order up, I'm going to let you go ahead and pick my number 12, and I'll pick your number 12 last. Yeah.
All right. So, all right, your number 12, I am picking for you out of the Marvel superhero universe. Random. You know, there's a lot of good characters I can choose from. And I don't feel like being a bad guy to you.
What? You're playing this game very well. Because you want me to, if I pick someone bad, and I was already Googling the 10 worst Avengers of all time. So you're setting me up. So if I did something bad, I look like the dick. I get it.
No, go ahead and do it to me. Do it to me good.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pick. Let's see. You have who your smart guys?
I'm not. I'll pick you a good one.
Iron Man, Spider-Man. Oh no, you have Iron Man. Okay, you're probably never gonna see this coming, but I'm picking Beast as your 12th pick.
Nice. That's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Now
I see your team. I see your team. I see a lot of heavies. I see Wolverine. I see Spider-Man, Miles Morales. He's very, very young. What I don't see is a lot of education on this team. So you have Iron Man, and you put the Beast together. I think, you have a pretty good team there.
Nice. Okay, cool. So for you, since I'm not going to be a dick about it, let me go through here. Who's good? Who's a good person to pick for Matt? That's not going to bite me in the ass in the long run. You already got Namor. Namor's pretty good. Beast is pretty good. I should pick you someone who's upcoming in a movie.
I think I'm okay with that.
So I'm trying to see what you got. You've got... Oh, Matt. Okay, you're talking about having a married couple on the team. How about I bring you together with another married couple?
All right, I'm down with that. I'm okay with that.
We are going to go with Wasp.
Oh, I knew it. I was like, who else is on my team?
Yep, Wasp. I thought about
cool.
Kind of going through here. I thought about Hercules, maybe. But when I talked about someone possibly coming up, I thought I was either going to go with, was it Shang-Chi?
Only if it's Kevin Sorbo
or
okay with that pick.
Black Knight. I thought about picking Black Knight for you, since he's rumored to be showing up in the new movies. But I think we're pretty good. We didn't really, honestly, when we look at it, we didn't really go outside of the MCU very much. I think Wolverine may be one of the only ones, and Namor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Namor was at one point in the was some form of Avenger, but he was actually too like part of the X-Men at one point too.
Well, that's what I'm saying is the majority of the characters we picked are in the MCU one way or another. Miles Morales isn't in the MCU in the cinematic universe. Wolverine isn't, and then like Punisher and Luke Cage are in the Netflix. But for the most part, we went the majority Storm. So on your side, Storm and Namor are the only two that aren't in the MCU that you picked.
Yep.
So that's not bad. I mean, I think we got a solid team.
Both
of us at least Wolverine, got an X-Men.
Yeah. Quite a few.
Actually, you got two. I ended up with two as well.
No, you got two.
I got Beast and Wolverine, and you got Storm and Namor.
Yep.
Pretty dope. This is gonna be pretty fun.
And
I'll post up. Like I said, I'll put together a little collage of photos of who we each got, and then we'll
we
post
both
those.
Decided to kill Cyclops.
Yeah, neither one of us went for Cyclops. Well, for me, like when it comes to Avengers, one of my favorite reads was Avengers versus X-Men. And Cyclops was so pivotal against the X-Men or against the Avengers in that. So it stood out to me. And it almost felt like sacrilege to pick Cyclops on an Avengers team because of that. Did you ever read that series? The Avengers versus X-Men? I loved what was it, the Phoenix Force? Where it ended up it was him, Emma Frost, Colossus, and who was the other one? So there was like 4 of them that became the Phoenix.
There was quite a few.
And he was such a dick. So it was so hard. Yeah. It was so easy to just not pick him.
It was finally like the Scott Summers that like we all hated.
Should have picked Sentry with his big S on his belt.
Let's see, the Phoenix Force. Who was the Phoenix Force? Let's see what Wikipedia has to say. Oh, never mind.
It's not pulling up for you?
It's like way too many it is, but it's just like way too much backlog for me to. Avengers versus X-Men. So yeah, you had it was Namor.
Namor was Namor was part of it.
Yeah. And so was Rachel Summers, their daughter.
Yeah, well, it was all based around her because the Avengers were trying to keep her from getting the Phoenix. Because they thought the Phoenix.
I'm sorry.
Or no, maybe no. It wasn't. It's Morningstar, isn't it?
It wasn't. No, it's Magic.
Magic, that's right. Because they were all after Rachel because the Avengers knew that the Phoenix was coming back to Earth, and they were trying to stop the Phoenix from coming to Rachel because they thought that was exactly who it would go to. And so they kidnapped Rachel, and it pissed off the X-Men, so the X-Men were coming after the Avengers to get her back, and Wolverine was kind of put in the middle because he sided with both sides. He understood, especially being a person who floated in between Avengers and X-Men. And he ended up... I think he ended up against the X-Men in the end because Scott was still preparing. But then when the Phoenix came, it ended up splitting and inhabiting the 5 of them. So it was Namor, Emma Frost, Magic, Cyclops, and Colossus.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was such a cool arc, and it's something I wish if they bring in X-Men that they could do in the movies. So you brought it up before we opened the show, but there's a new X-Men Dark Phoenix trailer.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I liked it. They're doing their best to make it, seem like it's a good movie. I think I'll leave it at that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm motivated to go watch this yet. Maybe when the time draws closer, I might want to feel like I want to go watch this in the theaters. But this one, for me, I'm just oh, okay, they're setting it up. It feels like they're setting it up for Jennifer Lawrence to exit the series, which has been long rumored that she's been wanting to do for quite a while now. And I feel like the last 2 movies were supposed to be her last movies inside the franchise. And so we'll see what happens with that.
Which is good, because I don't like Mystique anymore. I feel like that character has run its course.
Yeah, and then for whatever reason, I mean... It feels like they never got her look down, in any of the movies. It's always changed. And I get it, your character changes, your body changes, whatever. But
I don't like the look in this trailer either.
Yeah, it's more... It feels like there's less prosthesis and just more makeup.
Yeah, I think that's so, too.
So... I mean... And granted, the character in the comics never felt like she had, that much different, protrusions coming out of her face, I guess. You know what I mean? Like
her spikes.
But like her spikes and everything. But I did going back into the original, X-Men movies from the 90s. They did a pretty good job with her makeup then, and it just always felt like they were a little bit lost when trying to recreate that or redo something with her. So we'll see. From the previews, it looks like they're setting it up for her to die. And you brought up the point, you're it may be bait and switch, but to me, it's just I think she's dead.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. And it's pretty cool that they showed the death immediately in the trailer.
Yeah,
they did not hesitate.
I am betting on it's probably gonna happen in the first 30 minutes of the movie. They kill her off and they have to move on. So I would not be surprised if that's the early death they go. So to kind of drive point drive home like, this is the end of the series basically, which it is. It's the last X-Men movie we're gonna have, so it'll be interesting to see what happens and what they do.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, and hopefully they do find a way to start bringing those X-Men over one way or another. So you mentioned earlier you got to see an Oscar award-winning movie in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I finally got to watch it, so really, really enjoyed it.
It was great, wasn't it?
Oh yes, it is definitely my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time.
I have watched that movie 2 times this weekend, within 24 hours of each other. I watched it. No, same day. I watched them both yesterday. I watched it yesterday afternoon with the kids, and then my wife came home and wanted to watch it, so I sat down and watched it with her. It is, and we saw it in theaters anyway. But God, it's such a good movie.
Yeah, it was really good. I did the same thing. I watched it twice. I watched it last night after you had told me, and then I watched it again earlier this afternoon at my in-laws' house. My brother-in-law was actually playing it on his phone, and he was letting our nephew watch it. So I just saw him and walked around. I was like, "Oh man, I just watched this movie," and got to rewatch it again.
So you really liked it.
I loved it. I loved the animation. I loved the acting was great. The music was great.
It told a great story, and it was very heavy on the humor. Like, it was fun.
Such a good movie. Yeah.
The humor was great, and then it told a story that like even tug at your heartstrings a little bit. Like finding out, that Aaron was the Prowler and everything, and what he was going through, and seeing this kid who they did a really good job with this, the same kind of job that they did with the Spider-Man video game, where they're showing this young kid becoming Spider-Man, or like dealing with his real life issues and then his struggle of what he's going through. So it wasn't just like him learning to deal with the powers. It was like his internal struggle of like, his relationship with his dad and his dad hating Spider-Man, or going through this new school and dealing with becoming Spider-Man at the same time. Like, they did a really good job of showing like his everyday struggles on top of that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And just the attitude, like the movie had such a good feel and attitude to it that it presented. Like, it was so good. I really, really enjoyed that movie. I can't say enough good things about that movie. And you're absolutely right. It is my favorite Spider-Man movie I've ever seen.
Yes, easily. Hands down.
Did you see the post-credit scene?
Oh, of course, yeah.
And it's Oscar Isaac that's playing Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah. So
and it's funny, on IMDb, he's listed as interesting person number 1. Post Malone has a quick cameo in that movie too, as a bystander on the streets of Brooklyn.
Oh, nice. I didn't notice that. So.
And there is supposedly like 30 or more Stan Lee cameos in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool. So I bet like somewhere like maybe on YouTube they have them probably all put up.
Well, if you watch, I don't know if, because I loaded it on the Movies Anywhere, so I don't know if on Movies Anywhere it has the extras.
Special features?
Yeah, one of the special features is about how many just Easter eggs in general are in the movie. And they count through like 3 of the Stan Lee cameos. And they show the one, of course, where he's running the costume shop. And then there's another one where Spider-Man, whenever Miles is dragging the almost lifeless corpse of Peter Parker on the subway.
Homeless corpse.
Yes. When they fall and everyone's walking around them, Stan Lee steps over Miles's body.
Oh, okay.
And then at one point, when the train is being derailed, Stan Lee is inside one of the train cars.
Oh, so nice. So they put like Stan Lee's everywhere in the movie.
And then they also showed, because I guess the studio that they used to create this movie was the same studio that Sony used for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So at one point when the 2 universes are coming together, you see the weather machine from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs flying across the screen.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, they showed a ton of really cool cameos. And I caught one, and I pointed it out to my wife, and then they confirmed it in there. Whenever Miles is thumbing through his phone, one of the names that pops up is B. Bendis, and one of the writers for Spider-Man was Brian Michael Bendis. And
that's even
I caught that
awesome.
right away. I was like, yes, look, it's Brian Michael Bendis. And she's like, I don't know who that is. I was like, but I do. Okay, leave me alone. It means
leave me alone. I know my nerd stuff.
But the director said that they had put so many so many Easter eggs into the movie that they don't even have a count as to how many there is.
Oh, so they don't even remember.
Yeah, and they said that it's because so many, like, they're crossing universes. And then they pointed out the fact, and I caught on to it, and I didn't really tie the strings together. I was like, okay, well, that's a weird choice, but it's not NYPD, they're PDNY. And that's because in his universe, they're named differently. And there's a really good special feature that shows all of the stuff that they made in Times Square. So if you look, Blake Griffin is a baseball player, and he's being advertised in Times Square. And he, instead of playing basketball for the Clippers, he plays for
the Knicks,
the New York Red Sox.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so instead of the Yankees, the New York team is the Red Sox, and he's playing for them. And then they show Steph Curry is a pro golfer.
Huh.
So they have all these, since his universe is different, they have all these celebrities. Yeah. And they even show at one point a Broadway play with John Mulaney and Nick Kroll being advertised. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, Nick Kroll's something. Isn't John Mulaney the voice of Peter
Spider-Ham? Yeah, Peter Porker.
Yeah, so there we go.
It's pretty cool. There's some cool little features and stuff they added in there. There's one. It looks like it's the poster for Bridesmaids, but it shows like all the women in dresses in front of a brick wall, and it says like baby showers or something instead. So they took like all these different things. Like they had Snapchat, but instead of Snapchat, I think it was called like Peekaboo or something like that.
Yeah, so that's what it did say. It was the same logo, so.
Yeah, so they have all these things that are like supposed to be real life, but they're different named because they're in a different universe. And it's kind of cool, like the attention to detail that they put into it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I definitely want to go back and see if I can catch more Easter eggs, because or more Stan Lees, I guess.
Yeah, to be able to catch all of those would be pretty cool. It'd be actually really need to get like the actual final count.
So we have a Marvel movie coming out this week too. Captain Marvel is coming out on Thursday night.
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to make a point to watch this, and it's probably going to happen twice before our next podcast. And you're more than welcome to come with us if you'd like to go watch this with us.
Are you going to be watching this at Epic?
Probably not. I don't like going to Epic.
Okay, because the movie theater that I would prefer to go to isn't showing it on Thursday night.
You know what? They probably will, because they don't advertise them early.
They usually do. That's the thing.
With Avengers, they didn't. Because I remember thinking that they weren't getting Avengers early, and it wasn't until that Thursday that they advertised that they were.
Oh, man. Yeah. So I've been trying to buy tickets. I'm just saying. So
if we have to go to Epic, we will. They've got new seats now. So
if we have to go to Epic, I'll blow my brains out. So.
Yeah, so will I. No, I think they will, because it was the same thing with Avengers. Because I remember being pissed because we bought tickets to see it at Epic because it didn't come out at the other theater, and as soon as we got those Epic tickets, or no, we bought Friday night because we wouldn't go to Epic at all. We didn't want to go to Epic. So whenever Infinity War came out, we bought tickets to the Friday night showing for just me and my wife, because normally we go once with us and then go a second time with the kids, or we go once with the two of us and my son, and then go a second time with my daughter, so that way if one of us has to get up for pee breaks, we've already seen the movie. And so we bought 3 tickets and instead of 4, thinking that they weren't going to do a Thursday night, and then out of nowhere they did a Thursday night. So we bought tickets to the Thursday night as well. So we went just me and my wife for the Thursday night, and then I was lucky enough to get a 4th ticket the second night, and it was right next to the seats that we had. So we were able to all 4 go watch it Friday night.
Oh, excellent.
So it was dumb luck that we were able to get that one extra ticket right next to us, so we all sat together. But because we were going to go without her and just figure out a time to go a third time. And we ended up, it worked out, so we went the 2. But I know which theater you're talking about, and they do, for some reason, they don't advertise. And it was only like recently that they've started doing that, where they didn't advertise it right away.
Yeah, it's really odd that I don't see why you wouldn't want to. So
yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, if it does, you're definitely, because I'm sure you're going to go Thursday night, right?
Oh yes, if it's there on Thursday night, I'm going. So
yeah, I think we're going, just my wife and I, Thursday night. So if you want to tag along with us, and then we're going to go the next time with the kids, and we may end up having to watch it a third time because So tonight we have a couple that we're friends with that have never watched the Marvel movies up until this year. And we gave them, all of our movies that we had on disc and stuff, got them some of our digital movies so they could get caught up. And I told them, I said, okay, this is the one stipulation. You can watch all these movies, But when it comes to Infinity War, you have to watch it at my house. Because I'm a sucker for torture, and I wanted to see what they went through emotionally in this movie. And it did not disappoint. We wrapped this up just before recording this. It did not disappoint, Matt.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. The wife was so pissed off at us because she was crying over Gamora. She was crying over Peter. And she's like, why would you guys do this to me? Why would you do this? She's just so mad. She's like, I'm so mad it ended like this. And we're trying to talk sense into her. We're like, they have movies coming out. There's more. She's like, whatever. No, this. And we showed her the trailer for Far From Home. And she's like, no, this can't be it because this is going to be like, they're going to tell you this happened before Infinity War. Watch. Like, I don't think so. I think they bring him back. She's like, no. Like, there was no accepting. She was so pissed off. She's like, why did you could have let me watch this movie in the privacy of my home and be upset. We're like, no, but I really wanted to see you cry over this. Like, it's such a fun social experiment to see the anguish people go through with this movie. And they were so, like, devastated. And I remember walking out of the theater, and it was just so quiet and somber.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen so many Marvel movies where everyone applauds at the end, and everyone was just so quiet at the end of this movie.
Well, they had, I mean, it's just like the big letdown before it's like, oh, we got something great planned for the second part, so don't worry.
I mean, you gotta bring people down before you can bring them back up, because it makes the end so much better. I still believe that we're gonna get one sacrifice to bring most everybody back. Like, I think Captain America, and especially, I was pointing it out to my wife that Steve Rogers hammers home how, like, we do not trade lives. We do not trade lives. Like, he makes that point to Vision so many times. I feel like he's the one who's going to trade his life in order to help bring others back, because he made such a big deal out of that. We also got a new Hellboy trailer.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was really good.
So, and it's a red band trailer, which makes me feel great, because this is a movie that needs to be rated R, not rated PG-13.
Yeah, exactly. So it looked really good.
My wife's not with it.
Oh no, Mila Jovovich as the villain has me sold. I was kind of questioning whether or not I was going to be into that, but
I like the shots when they showed her, like, almost like 300, where it was black and white and her robe was red.
Yeah, like the fifth. Well, she's from the 5th century, so
yeah, I love that. It was such a good shot. It looks like it's going to be super fun, and like the action just looks over the top. I am really excited about this remake, this reboot.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm highly looking forward to this one, and it comes out like the week before Infinity War, I think
so, yeah. I normally go into reboots a bit skeptical, but this one it looks so damn good.
Yeah, it looks really good. So that one seems like a lot of fun to watch.
You getting more of your Jurassic Park on, Matt?
No, I haven't been, actually. I think I played it for a little bit the other day just to get the kiddo to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because, like, the music and everything, and like me going through the motions of setting up, like, feeding schedules and all of that, like, he'll knock him out and he's usually really excited to turn that game on, and, like, you know, because he sees all his dinosaurs, and he's starting to actually know some of the names for them. So like I'll load it up, and I'm like, you want to go look at the Stegosaurus? He's like, yeah, Stego.
That's cool.
So I'll play that game for a bit, but like usually about like 10 minutes in, he'll knock out because of the music, and it kind of just like relaxes him and puts him at ease, and it's kind of like his go-to song. So it's really funny because sometimes when I catch him playing with the dinosaurs, like the ones that he has, he'll be sitting there and he just starts going do 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 do.
That's great.
So I'm just like, that totally trips me out to, like, you know, he's barely gonna be 2.5 years old, but like that song has like already like melded into his brain.
Yeah,
it's like one of those songs that he knows. You know, like when they're that little, they know certain songs that they like to sing, and that just happens to be one of them. So I cannot be more happier about that.
That's great.
Yeah. So I'm just like, yep, that's all me. That's my nerdiness.
Oh no,
paying
dude!
Off, so.
That he probably never even needed to hear that song. That was probably already in his DNA.
Probably, yeah.
That, or I assume that's the womb music you played when she was pregnant.
Well, I'll play it all the time too. When he's in the bath, I'll just play the soundtrack to it, and so And then he plays. We play Jurassic Alive on my phone.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so we'll be playing that, and of course that music plays there when you're booting up the game. So if like I'm having a hard time getting him out the bath, I'll just start I'll turn that game on, and once he hears the music, like he's out. He's like, all right, let's go catch some dinosaurs.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, he'll scroll around, and then once he gets to the part where like you have to like shoot the darts, like the tranquilizer darts, he'll hand the phone over to me, and then I'm just shooting the dinosaurs that he's found. So
that's pretty cool.
He's got a pretty impressive collection. It's not me; it's all him. So
you're getting him to do your dirty work for you.
Yeah. I just use the darts, so I have it on his iPad. So
you get to do the fun stuff.
Pretty good on there. Yeah, so I get to see like what dinosaurs he's going after mostly. So it's a lot of velociraptors and like ankylosaurs. So yeah,
that's awesome.
It's funny. It's fun stuff. It's funny.
You know what? I downloaded that game and then I never got into it. I think because I got so burnt out on Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and it's actually, I mean, it does. You are encouraged to like walk around and look at different parts of like parks and maps and stuff. But like for the most part, you can do quite a bit from just being in your regular location. So
there's a Ghostbusters one like that too.
Oh, that is awesome! I did not know that.
Yeah, where you walk around and ghosts will pop up and you have to fight the ghosts and trap them. I downloaded it, but I don't know if I still have it on my phone, to be honest. I don't know why I lost it. I don't remember deleting it, but there is a Ghostbusters one. I think it was like Ghost World or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, Ghostbusters World?
Yeah. And it's the same premise, but you capture ghosts.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Not bad.
Yep, Ghostbusters World. I think I'm going to re-download it. I need a reason to get back into a game like that. Yeah. I've got friends that still go to like raids and stuff for Pokemon Go.
Oh, nice.
I've
been trying to like. I've been trying to find another game for me to play, but just haven't had any luck. So,
I've been just getting into dumb, cheap games like the ones that they advertise on social media over and over and over. I'm playing a really stupid idle supermarket game. I don't know why.
Okay.
And then I got into one. It's a word game, and it's called Get Fact, but it gives you a fact. And there's blank words and a number of letters down at the bottom, and you have to guess what the words are for the fact. So this fact that I'm on now is, in China, pretty woman became "I will marry a prostitute to save blank."
Okay.
Yeah, okay, and I just got it. So in China, the name of the movie for Pretty Woman was "I will marry a prostitute to save money."
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
But you have to figure out what the blank word is. And I mean, it's kind of cool because you learn these random facts and stuff while you're playing it instead of it just being a standard word search game. I thought it was kind of interesting.
That's very interesting.
I definitely need better games to play on my phone. I had a Marvel one that I got into and I need to get back into. I've got like 3 Marvel games on my phone. I've got Strike Force, Future Fight, and Battle Lines. And Future Fight and Strike Force are kind of my go-to. One of them is like a run-around bash-em-up RPG, and the other is a turn-based RPG. And I played the heck out of both of them, and I need to get back into those and try to collect more characters.
Yeah, I used to play that, what was that, the Heroes one? Marvel
The Conquest?
Conquest, Contest of Champions.
Yeah, that's the one that was like the Mortal Kombat tap screen fighter, wasn't it?
Yeah, I used to play that one quite a bit, and
I did too.
I think I just ran out of room on my phone at one point.
I just got burnt out on it because I played it so much. And that's how I am with mobile games a lot. Like, I'll start one up and I just get bored fairly quick because I will get super into it. And then I'm just like, what? I've already kind of ran the course on this, I guess.
Yeah.
My wife is the other way around. She'll download like one game and stick with it for years.
She's still playing her Restaurant City Manager.
Oh, God. And I tagged you in one, didn't I? Restaurant City?
Yeah, you did.
I don't even remember the name of it, but we should definitely play that.
Oh, God.
Scratch your Restaurant City itch.
Do it.
God. I have been playing a lot on the Xbox lately. I've been burning through Anthem, and I don't know why I'm beating my head up against this game because it's not particularly good. It's beautiful. It's a great-looking game. The shooting is pretty good, and I can have fun at the shooting, but I don't feel like it offers enough enemies for it to just be a challenge sometimes. And it's supposed to be a loot shooter, but the loot that drops is not very good, and it's not very fleshed out, I don't think. Definitely compared to games like The Division or Destiny, where, you know, the loot is all about, and even Diablo, like games like that where, you know, everything is all about the loot and you get these great items that do these big perks, and nothing I've found in this game has made me like, sometimes like you should feel like, even there's been times in these loot shooter games where like I'll get a gun or something, and then the next level up gun, like I should switch out for it, but I love this gun so much and I like the perks that it offers, like even though the other one I've just picked up does more damage, I'll tend to stick with the one because I just like the way it shoots, or I like the perks it gives me. I don't ever feel like that with this game. Like anything could be changed out at any moment. Like I don't have any sort of attachment to any of the stuff that I've picked up, and it is this really weird thing where on a lot of those games, like you'll pick up cosmetic items, and you don't in this game. They're never ever drops. They're always like stuff you have to buy from a merchant. And they offer them in limited times. So it's not like you can ever go customize your character the way you want at any point. Like you may have to wait 3 days for a new item to show up in the shop. And I don't know. It's fun, but I got a feeling, because I played a little bit of the Division 2 beta this weekend. And I got a feeling in a couple weeks when that beta's out, I probably won't be playing much of the Anthem anymore.
Yeah, you'll probably just move right along. And
The Division is a game that sucks me in, and I played the beta and I'm already hooked. And I normally, like, I won't pick up betas very often unless I'm curious, like on the fence about the game. Like if I know I'm going to buy the game, I don't like playing the beta because you play through stuff and then you reset your progress and it feels like all the time you spent with it was a waste. But this one's doing some really cool things where when you finish certain missions, it's going to unlock stuff in-game for you. So once the full game comes out, I'll have items that carry over from the beta to the game.
I like that. I like that idea. So
yeah,
that's cool.
And there's, you know what? Nintendo's been pretty good about that. There's a game that you can download a demo for on the Switch called Octopath Traveler. And I think it's like a 2-hour demo. And you can play through the full game, but you only get 2 hours of it. And once you get to your 2 hours, if you decide to buy the game, all of your progress in the demo carries over.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's awesome when games will do that kind of stuff, because it, like with Destiny, I remember playing through the opening of that game, and Division, the first Division, playing the betas of them, and then coming back and having to play through that opening again. It's just
doing
such
it all
a pain in the
over.
ass.
Yeah.
So normally I don't, but I like the idea with this one that I can unlock some stuff. And I'll probably, once I'm done editing the show, I'll probably be playing some of the Division anyway.
Cool.
So I'm trying to, I was going to do some Apex Legends. Have you played any more of that?
Just a little bit. What
do you think of it?
Not a lot, but it has its ups and downs. I think it definitely does fare better if you play with people as part of your team that you play with on a regular basis. But if you're just being thrown together on random teams, it's not going to be that much fun. I mean, it is still, but I mean, you're just getting murdered left and right sometimes. Yeah. And
at least that ping system makes it a little easier.
Yeah, the ping system is fun, and the problem with me with the most like battle royale games is just I'm not that good at them. So I don't fare too well at them, and so I'm actually like just like I'll download it. I downloaded to check it out. I had my fun with it, and then probably when Call of Duty Modern Warfare comes out for free in a couple of days on the PlayStation Plus network, I'm gonna download that and probably see if people are playing online, because that's more my speed. As far as like multiplayer and whatnot, like the new Call of Duties are just way too insanely fast for me, and
they are quick.
Like they are really quick just because of like the futuristic weapons and everything. Like I can't see what I'm doing half the time.
They're so fast on Black Ops 4 to the point where I've enhanced my sensitivity on both my controller and the game, because I have the Elite controller. I can go in options and change the sensitivity of the controller itself. So I upped the sensitivity in the game, and then I went up and upped the the reaction time or whatever, the sensitivity on the controller itself. So now it's like super twitchy when I play. And I've got a setting, like that controller's really good. It's got a 1 and 2 setting, so I can swap it for what I'm playing for normal games and then switch it over to just Call of Duty, so I get that responsiveness. And it is, I can't keep up sometimes with that damn game.
Oh no, they're way too fast.
That's a game that I
tried
suck
playing
at.
The one time,
And I will play a lot on that one, just because I have a couple friends that play, and that's the way we communicate, is by playing that game together. But it sucks sometimes playing that game. That's a game that I haven't thrown a controller in a long time, and I feel very close sometimes playing that game. That and Madden. When I throw interceptions in Madden, like I really want to break a controller.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's like, how's this possible?
I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I haven't bought a sports game in a little while. And luckily with the EA access, like I played last year's Madden and this year's Madden a little bit on this year's, but I played the story mode through last year's, which was really good. And I swore I wasn't going to buy this year's, and I didn't. And now it's out for free since the Super Bowl's passed. So I've downloaded it, and I'm going to play through the story mode at least.
Oh, nice, yeah.
The story is actually really cool. It plays an actual story out, and it was kind of fun. So I'm going to actually play through this one now that I can get it for free.
Oh, that's awesome.
So before we sign off, why don't we run through, each one of us will run through our own Avengers team one last time so we can refresh for everybody. You go first. Let's hear your team.
So my team, my 12-member team consists of Captain Marvel, Thor, Black Panther, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Storm, Winter Soldier, Namor, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Rocket Raccoon, and Wasp.
All right, and my 12-person team consists of Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Miles Morales, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, The Punisher, Hulk, Falcon, Luke Cage, War Machine, and Beast. Beast as picked by Matt. What a generous guy, man.
And Wasp as picked by Jeremy, so.
We were very generous, I think.
Yes, I think
we could have been dicks. We could have been real dicks. I could have bit Cosmo the dog.
You talked about him last week, so I thought you almost were.
I thought about getting you Black Bolt.
Oh, okay. You know, comic book Black Bolt isn't that bad.
No, but the TV Black Bolt is terrible. You know, Vin Diesel wanted to play Black Bolt?
Yeah, until they realized it was just going to be a TV show.
Yeah, so. Which I thought would have kind of been interesting because Black Bolt doesn't speak. So Vin Diesel could have played the body of Black Bolt and then still lent his voice for Groot.
Oh, yeah, it totally would have worked.
Yeah, so. Which I thought was interesting. And that would have been really cool. But no, they went with a TV show, and that TV show sucks. Did you know that they haven't done reshoots yet for New Mutants?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So that's probably just going to get scrapped altogether.
God, I hope not, because I liked that trailer. I liked the fact that it looked more of a psychological thriller than anything else.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't get scrapped.
I mean, I hope that movie sees the light of day, but you never know.
So next week we'll be back, and hopefully, I'm sure we're both going to watch this movie. So we're going to be back. We'll be able to talk a little bit about Captain Marvel and our impressions of it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And what we're looking forward to after. So officially, it's funny because normally in wrestling, wow, and they both come out in April. So normally in wrestling, like you have your moment with the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is the road to WrestleMania. And I feel like this with Captain Marvel, finishing watching Captain Marvel starts your road to Endgame. Because that's what we're gearing up to next. And it's funny because WrestleMania is in April and so is Endgame now. Yep. So our road to Endgame starts this weekend with Captain Marvel. So now, once we're done, we get this movie done, we watch the post-credit scenes, and we know what we're in store for moving forward, we can start making more guesses and kind of preparing for Endgame as it comes up. So prepare for some Endgame talk coming over the next month or two, or month and a half, leading up to the release of the movie in April.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, guys. So, as always, check us out on all social medias at GoFo Podcast. You can find us at Twitter, Instagram. You can find Matt at Tinder on there as well.
Yep.
Who were we kidding? You can find both of us. We both run that Tinder account. Make sure to leave us a 5-star review. Leave us a funny review. You'll get it read on the podcast and entered to win a Nerdy Somethings t-shirt. Make sure to check out nerdysomethings.com. Check out articles. A new article written by our very own Matt Salgado.
Oh yeah, I did write an article.
You almost forgot about that, huh?
I totally forgot to mention it, but yeah, I'm starting a weekly wrestling corner review. So much I don't know, but about maybe once or twice a week, I'm gonna be writing a little article about what's going on in good old professional wrestling. So if you guys are interested, and it's not too much like we already have enough with what's the word I'm looking for? Like rumor mills and all that. Like, so it's not heavy into that. It's just like,
just going to kind of talk your impressions over the last week.
Yeah. So, and I'm not too critical. It's more about having fun. And
who do you think Cody Rhodes' mystery opponent is?
I'm still going with Ric Flair.
Woo! You think it's Ric Flair?
I think it might be.
You don't think it's CM Punk?
Though. No, it's not CM Punk.
Did you see the latest Road to...
I saw the designs for like those shirts, but it's not CM Punk.
Well, have you seen the latest Road to Double or Nothing?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, at the end of it, Brandy is talking, and she's like, because they asked her about Cody's knee, and she's like, I don't know why he's pushing it. I don't know why we need to have this match with and it blanks out what she says, and it kind of blurs out her mouth. But if you look at the cadence, the word CM Punk could actually go in there really well.
Okay.
So I don't know, and I don't know that it is him, but there's like other people like Ric Flair. The way her mouth moves, it doesn't look like it fits in there. So I don't know. I really don't know who it is, and I honestly hope that they don't tell you who it is until their music hits to face Cody.
Until the day of.
Yeah, because I think it's smart. You want to prove that you can sell out this arena on your own without relying on anyone else's name.
Well, it already sold out. It's already a done deal.
Well, you also want to sell pay-per-view buys and stuff on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like without having a name out there to say, well, this person sold it out. No, we sold it out. That's true, I think, what they want to hang their hat on. But all right, guys, that'll do it for this week. Make sure to catch us next week. Like we said, we'll talk about our impressions of Captain Marvel and what we're looking forward to moving on, as well as our normal Week in Geek. So on that note, Matt.
Laters, geeks. The Geek Out Freak Out podcast is produced and edited by Matt Salgado and Jeremy Holman. Special thanks to Rock My Bit for the theme song.